Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It's your boy, the notorious Cameron Roget, and today we're coming to you live from the studio to talk about UFC 299. Let me say that again. UFC 299. Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera. Oh boy, this is going to be fireworks. But before I get into it, I got to introduce you guys to not only is he my brother, my dude, my main man, but he is not Francis Ngannou. He is not Anthony Joshua. He is not Chito Vera, and he is not Sean O'Malley because he is the one, the only, my dude, my man, Ryan Cariss.
Hey, Cameron Roget, the one, the only, the myth, the legend, the land, Kevin Holland, Roget. What's up, my dude? We are blessed.
We are blessed
to be here.
We are blessed
in the studio again to talk about UFC 299. Wait, let me say it again, just like you did.
Thank you.
UFC 299.
Guys.
Yes. Yes.
Let me just clarify something. The reason why my second half here is very excited is because, guys, 299 is one that we said from the get-go. Once it hit 298 and it hit 299, fireworks. Shebang, Disneyland fireworks. We are getting them. Right?
Yes.
Except it's not in Anaheim.
Nope.
And it's not in Vegas.
Nope.
We going down to South Beach.
We
are.
in
Miami.
Miami.
We got a card. We have a card. But as you guys know, there's a couple of things we got to talk about before we get into 299. And one of those things, hey, Cariss, he brought this up. The UFC is actually considering opening up a 165 division.
What?
Now,
Yes.
name two fighters who you would want to represent that 165 class.
There's two. We talked about it the other week, Ilia Topuria and Conor McGregor. I think that'd just be a great banger to add to UFC 300, which it's probably not going to be added to, but we talked about the other week. And then, of course, we have Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler.
Yeah.
That makes complete sense.
I think if you're going to do a new belt,
yes,
Conor's name has to be in there. And you know what? Give him anybody.
Right. Give him anybody. But give him Chandler.
You give Conor in a belt.
Yeah, he's in. He's in. Yeah, he gets his third belt. Get an opportunity for his third belt.
He will be a three-time champion.
Give it to him.
He will be a three-time champion.
Yes,
it might happen though. But it's actually going to happen before Pereira. Because I think Pedro is going to fight, right?
Yeah.
He just signed an 8-fight deal.
We talked about that last week. Yes,
just
he did.
An 8-fight deal. So, yeah,
he will get it before him.
Connor will do it before.
That'd be dope.
What a way to go into the history.
Why not?
My man.
Do you have anybody else that you would put within that?
Let me see.
He probably does.
I would not mind, and this is, I would throw Leon a bone here, and I would not mind seeing Leon against Connor.
Hey.
At 165.
At 165?
I wouldn't mind that.
Okay.
I think it excites me more because I know the villain that Connor would bring out and be in that. Yeah. I think it'd be a different villain to Colby, though. Like, I think Connor would stay away from the dad thing, but I think he would throw things at Leon about that. One thing I could see Connor doing is being like, well, you didn't say that to Colby when he talked about your dad.
That's true.
You didn't say that. And he's not dissing him.
No.
He's just saying, yo, hey. You had a moment. You didn't say
you didn't take it.
I can see Connor doing something like that and being a good villain in that. And I mean, what better way to have Connor back in the octagon with his movie dropping, where clearly he is a villain. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. So I think that'd be perfect.
It'd be a perfect setup for him.
But yeah, Connor has to fight for a belt.
Yeah. Well, simply just the fact of them wanting to add a 165-pound weight class, that's huge because we've been saying it for a year now since we've been doing the show. They need to add it 165 because that 170 to 185 and then 185 to the 205, it's too big of a gap. It's too big of a gap for these guys, and they're missing out on potential really good fights because some of the guys don't walk around at that. They cut too much or they cut too little. Like, it's odd. So therefore,
I feel like
if they're even doing this, that'd be great.
Fights, bro. Some of the guys who are maybe not going to be title contenders at 55 or at 70, now you could just and you bring those guys down. Oh my!
And how many times have we talked about they had a bad weight cut?
That could be something.
When they're dropping down from 185 to 155. Yeah,
that
could
from 165. Be something.
Could be.
It'd be entertaining. And guess what? The MMA game is all here for it. Now, Cariss, I know you're a big fan of this event, and this is BKFC. They have just announced their headline fight, and it is the return of, I am a big fan of this guy.
Yes, you are.
Platinum Mike Perry against Thiago Alves. And man, oh man.
You're watching it.
Yeah, Mike Perry's dropping him.
Yes,
early.
he is. Yeah,
early.
And you're watching it.
Yeah, 100%.
So many eyeballs are going to be on that one.
Bro,
It's going to be great.
I love me some Mike Perry, bro. I don't care what anybody says.
Good.
Mike Perry fighting? Sign me up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
Mm-hmm. I'm
in.
watching it just like the Ngannou coming up on Friday.
Now, say that one more time. You just snuck that in there.
Coming up on Friday.
So for those of you that don't know, on the DAZN, I think it's called DAZN.
Yes.
Right, for $40 here in the U.S. pay-per-view, you have Anthony Joshua against the one, the only, the UFC true heavyweight champion
yes, he is.
of the world, Francis Ngannou. And we are probably going all in on Francis.
Oh yeah, Friday, March 8th.
I want him to cash in on that bag, baby.
I know.
So hopefully Francis can get it done. He already he didn't really upset the world because he didn't get the win, but I think he shocked the world. Yeah. And hopefully now he's able to upset the world. Fingers crossed.
And then he'll win and then he'll go and fight in the PFL and he'll beat the winner between, actually it was Pereira, right? The guy that fought Brian Bader.
It's a good thing that you brought that up because I do want to talk about that.
Okay, good.
And you honestly think he's going to fight PFL?
If he has an opportunity to go to the UFC, no, he won't. Nah. But if he can, most likely, you're talking about like,
okay, I need you to look at this whole. Let's just say I'm going to give you scenarios. You're Francis Ngannou. You just beat Anthony Joshua. You realistically are going to go back to the PFL and fight this year?
No.
100%.
No, you're going to go fight Fury again because Fury's already talking about that he wants a rematch in order to be able to.
If you're Francis and you win this next fight, you know what you do? PFL, I'm sorry, I'm not going to fight MMA anymore. I'm a boxer. I am a fucking boxer.
Because I made two huge bags.
The heavyweight king.
Goat.
And I just beat Anthony Joshua.
Yeah.
I am a boxer. I'm sorry. I will refund you your $3 and we are good.
All right. I admit that. Yes, that is completely true.
Think about it. That's a lot of money.
Why?
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 I would be screaming at the TV, Francis, don't do it. Don't do it. You stay boxing. You a boxer. You is Francis the boxer.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Not the UFC guy.
No.
Francis, the boxer.
Hey, definitely not the PFL guy. Especially if you're beating Anthony Joshua. Like, no, bro. No. I hear you. Sorry.
Can you imagine though? Can you imagine?
Wait, that he doesn't do it?
I mean, you rocking those French colors too. So
this is USA. That's not French. We're in America. Wait. His match is right there. If you can see it on the picture, it's right there along with GG.
Besides you guys knowing that Cariss is French now, we do want to turn our tables to the past UFC event with Rozenstruk against Gaziev. And man, let me tell you,
where are you going to start? Yeah, I was waiting for the negative or the positive. I'm not sure.
I'll go a little bit positive.
Okay.
CDL. Or CLD. I should say. Christian Leroy Duncan, man, gets the win.
Yes,
very, very good. Yep. Very good win. He looked really, really good. Happy for my guy. Right. Way to bounce back.
Nice little back mount and flatten him out and just ground and pound.
But I think the fight, the most memorial event of the whole fight card happened in the prelims.
Yes, it did. It sure did.
Now, some of you guys may be saying, hey, I've seen that before. Jorge Masvidal, Ben Askren. But let me tell you, Vinicius Oliveira came through with the flying knee from way down in Brazil. He came up, and if you saw that man's body, how it folded. My God.
Oh, my God. And he laid there for like 30 seconds, still in the same position, face down.
It reminded me of when I saw Volk limped.
Oh,
in the cage against Ilya.
Against Ilya? Yeah.
Sorry if you're a Volk fan. I'm sorry. Sorry. But yeah, dude, that was wild.
I screamed. When that happened, there was someone oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I swear
I was waiting for the replay, please show me the replay. Please show it. That was absolutely beautiful.
I swear I had the same reaction. Yeah. Those things that are just so unexpected, they add so much flavor and then seeing it and then, oh my goodness. What a win.
Yeah.
What a win.
Yeah.
UFC's got a special one
and then Sopaj was one of the up-and-comers too. So both of these guys are up-and-comers.
Yeah.
The scary part is that was such a bad knockout that might change Sopaj's future going forward. Just going to say
I'll tell you this.
Little bit.
He going to be on the early prelims for a while.
but he showed well. He fought well. He won 1.5 rounds.
100%.
And then the tides turned.
He fought well.
Yeah, he got dropped.
Yeah, he got dropped.
His nickname should be Vicious. It should be whatever it is. It should be Vicious. Vicious Oliveira.
Not bad.
That's pretty good. Bad. You're vicious, bro. That was a nasty knockout.
Yeah, that was good. That's
probably clean. KO of the year. I wrote down potential KO of the year. Potential. Yeah. That's going to be on the list.
I mean, right now it's up there. It's
right?
up there after Volk.
Yeah, you got to put a title one in there, right? Because title one seems to hold more weight than something else. But yeah, that was a nasty.
It was dirty.
knockout.
And then big shout out to Eric Anders, man. I'm a big fan of the dude. So
Yeah,
happy to see him get a win. A little different of a fight for me from Eric. I'm not really used to seeing him do that much grappling, but hey, I'm okay with it, bro. Right. I understand the game. So the way to get the win, way to sort that out, and then we move on to the main card.
But
unless you got something else.
Jamie
to say.
Pickett retired. After that.
Yeah, and he's not the only one.
Yes, I know. We're going to get there, but I just wanted to kind of put that one out on this one because we kind of saw this coming because he said it during the week that if I lose this fight, I'm probably going to be retiring.
Yeah, usually when the guy says that during the fight, the fight's not going to go.
And he's going to lose. Yeah, that's typically what happens. You don't win. You don't say you're going to retire and then win your last fight. You typically lose.
Yeah, speaking of which, you seen fucking Henry Cejudo trying to change his tune, talking about not retiring?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, guess who we called out too? Did you see that one?
As Liam Neeson would say, in Taken, good luck. I don't think Dana White's going to be okay with you.
Well, he wants Brandon Moreno.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, relax.
I mean,
relax,
actually,
cringe.
Actually, you know who I wouldn't mind? And he's coming up here, Mohammad Mokaev.
The 135. 135, right?
I give him.
You're like, whatever. Just give him whoever he wants in order to be able to.
You know why?
Take
Because I was not very entertained by him today.
No.
And you know what?
No.
I don't want to skip.
I agree.
I don't want to skip.
We'll go back to it. We'll get back to it.
First fight, knockout.
Danger.
And I told y'all, I called it.
There's danger coming.
Steve Ursay.
Astro Boy.
Bruh.
Yeah. We were saying it. We said it.
The best picture I saw from this is when the guy was like this on the ground. Out. Steve Ursay?
Yeah.
Problem.
Mm-hmm. And then when DC broke it down that he actually had the elbow kink like perfectly on that left little hook and just popped him right in his jaw. And just,
it was, money.
It was beautiful.
It was like watching UFC 5. Me just pushing the button and it's just perfect connection. Man.
Out.
Beautiful.
Steve Ursay, like you said, he's going to be a problem.
Yeah. Steve Ursay, problem. Check him out.
Mm-hmm.
Check him out.
Because Matt Danger Snell's no pushover.
Nah.
He isn't. He isn't.
So check out the history.
Well done.
And then after that, now I think after that, there's a couple things with this next fight. One,
from here on out, it kind of.
Am I still on the Umar bandwagon? 100%. Yes. I'm not going to hop off of it, but I do think you need to show a little bit more respect to his opponent. I'm going to butcher his name, but Almakan. Almakan to me was very good. Yeah. I mean, if you would have told me he would have dropped my boy Umar like that
in round one,
clean, like
with a nice little hit right on that ear and temple.
Umar to come in the post fight and say, "Yeah, I didn't really came to until I got his leg."
Yeah, until I was on his leg.
Fuck.
Like he was out. Meaning he turned for like 2 seconds and still grabbed him. And all of a sudden, then he wakes up like, "Ooh, he got caught." Yeah. He got caught.
Scary. It was a scary moment. Yeah. It was a scary moment.
Which means for other fighters that he has, I don't want to say a weakness, but he can be put out if he gets hit cracked hard.
Yeah. I think you definitely got to work on those hands.
And then he relied on his grappling the rest of the fight, which was smart. Which was smart of him.
We know that with these guys. Yes. We know these Dagestani guys. We know they get to grappling. They get to holding on to you. It's something different. Something I don't want to feel personally.
No.
But dude, these guys, he's so fucking strong in that grappling. Scary.
He is.
Scary as shit. Anything else you want to add on that one?
No, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
After that, we had, as you heard me say earlier, Mohammad Mokaev against Alex Perez. Now, there was moments in this fight that I honestly thought that Perez was going to win it.
Same here.
And I want to go back through my notes on this because I don't know how you scored it, but I gave Mokaev round 1 and 3.
Okay.
And I gave Perez 2.
Okay. I literally just had it 1 through 3 for Mokaev. It seemed like Alex Perez just didn't have enough on the end of whatever he's doing or his grappling and everything. It just seemed like Mokaev just had 1 or 2 more within the exchanges. And that's the only reason why I gave it to him. Other than that, like if you would have argued it and they would have gave it the other way, I would have kind of been like, not surprised. Because the judges, like, not surprised.
I just feel like with Umar and Mokaev, this is the first time I've ever seen them look beatable to me.
Yeah. Is that because now they're in the higher echelon of the fighters?
You know
we're getting in the top 15.
It could be
all of a sudden, or people have figured them out. They've kind of looked at their game plan and kind of went through it and been like, "Hey, these are their weaknesses. Let's attack this. Let's not get in this position. Let's make sure we're here." I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that maybe. I mean, teams are just stepping up their dissection of the opponent, but they just look really beatable, and it shocked me a little bit because these are two guys who I'm still very high on.
Oh yeah,
and I honestly didn't think they were gonna look like this until they fought maybe
Top
for the
5.
belt.
Wow.
Number 1 contender,
or number 2,
maybe 2 or 3. So seeing it now, does it worry me a little bit? But now I'm more intrigued for the next fight to see what changes did they make from camp to camp.
Okay.
And maybe something was off. Like I know Mokaev said after the fight, he had something. Personally,
he had a little injury or something.
I don't like hearing excuses.
Nope.
So don't give me that bullshit.
Nope.
We're all going through something at the end of the day. So I mean, we'll see.
I've heard fighters never go into a fight 100%. So for you to have some type of an excuse, just let it go. You already won.
Right.
Let it go. Right. Don't give that, because then you're going to turn off some fans that are just like, no, bro, just don't say that. Kind of like Sean O'Malley said that he's got no defeats.
Well,
yeah, we'll get there.
Well, when we get to Sean
get
O'Malley,
there.
don't worry.
Yeah.
Man, I can't wait to talk about that. Anyways, so then after that, we did have the second retirement with Tyson Pedro fighting against Vitor Petrino.
He sure did.
But this one, actually, I was impressed with Petrino.
I
was very, very, very impressed with Petrino.
Is that why you went with him in the first place? Or we were just doing it just to have a little fun back and forth?
I was doing that to have a little bit of fun, but after seeing him fight, first, I thought it was a very tough round to score, the first one.
He was.
I couldn't split it up. Like, I couldn't figure out who got the first round. Other than that, I thought Petrino dominated, definitely won the last round. But it wasn't a very entertaining fight for the knockout artists that both these guys are.
Yes. Yeah.
Does that sum it up a little bit?
I think both of them were afraid to get in the pocket in order to be able to get hit, because both of them know that they have power. I think they both got clipped once, and they're like, I kind of want to stay away from that.
Yeah.
That's not a good spot to be in.
Didn't like it.
Yeah. So I'm going to stay away. So I think they kind of danced around each other a little bit and kind of played the safe game on that one. And Tyson Pedro, go ahead.
Yeah. Tyson Pedro, man. You know what? He's got a good career.
He did.
Yeah, he had a very good career, my man.
He did. He's 35, I think I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's had some remarkable fights. He's fought, some upper echelon guys, and all right, cool. Right off in the sunset, and enjoy it. Enjoy what's next to come. Enjoy that bad boy. In the main event, we had Jairzinho against Gaziev and Gaziev.
Doesn't matter.
Now,
sorry, it does matter, but it doesn't matter.
We gave the guy a nickname. We got to take that shit back.
That's not sham wow. There was nothing wow
Jairzinho
about
had
that.
A lot of fucking fans, though, bro.
He did. He did. I was a little shocked about that.
Okay,
I was a little shocked about that.
Yeah, I didn't expect the fight to go any which way how it went.
What was your assessment of it?
For the notes that I have, it was
that's kind of why I asked.
Not the fight I expected.
Nope.
2, when is somebody getting dropped? 3, Gaziev is a little bitch. Just kidding. I would never say that about Gaziev.
No.
But I think he could have kept going.
He could have.
I think when the doctors came over and asked, whatever he said, I couldn't really hear it through the TV. Whatever he said, I think it was like his moment to get out.
Yes,
like,
he saw the door, and I'm like, I'm taking it.
Yeah,
I'm leaving.
I'm out.
I'm leaving. And he said the right thing right when Goddard came over there too. He's like, he said it again, like, oh, you can't see? Nope, we're done.
Yeah, because look how quick Goddard. As soon as Goddard must have heard something.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Tell me what he said. Wait, tell me what he said. Oh, he can't see? Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, the guy's out. Because you could see there's other guys who have worse eye conditions than that, and they still find a way to fucking get through it.
Well, they don't care. They say, I'm trying to win this fight. I'm not trying to exit out of the door.
So I was disappointed. I was really disappointed in that main event.
I was.
Like, it left a bitter taste.
Part of the other reason why I was disappointed was because in round 1, they were trying to figure each other out. And then Gaziev tried to shoot at Rozenstruk, and Rozenstruk just pushed him to the side, and he hit his head against the cage and bounced off. Yeah, you're laughing because you saw that shit. Yeah, and he bounced off, and then right then and there, that's when the fight changed, because Rozenstruk realized, like, oh yeah, you can't take me down.
Nah, bro.
So what I wrote down was, Gaziev, make sure you get this shit to the ground. And then right after I saw that he couldn't get this to the ground, I said, hey bro, stay away from his kickboxing, because he's about to piece you up for the next 3 or 4 rounds.
Yeah, Rozenstruk, in Rozenstruk's defense, he did look good. This is probably the best I've seen him since he fought Francis.
Yes, because he went back to his kickboxing on this one. This was the let me touch you, let me get out, let me touch you, let me get out, let me switch angles, let me get here and let me get here, let me stay away from the grappling.
So maybe he's finally woken up from that time Francis knocked his ass out.
You gotta take shots. Gotta take shots.
And to talk about UFC 299, we're going to start off in the early prelims. Now, as you
Yes,
guys
we
know,
are.
we like to pull from a hat. So I'm going to go fight by fight, weight class by weight class, fighter by fighter. Now, starting off in the early prelims, we have Joanne Wood against Martha Moras in the women's flyweight division. Right after that, we have CJ Vergara against Asu Almaviv, whatever. I can't say his name.
Close enough.
In the men's flyweight division. Following that, we have Robelis Despain against Josh Perizin in the men's heavyweight division. Big boys. After that, in the co-main,
this is when it gets
on the early prelims, we have Michelle Pereira against Michael Oleskazugun in the light heavyweight division. That is going to be men's. And lastly, in the early prelims, your main event is going to be Ion Cutelaba against Felipe Lins in the men's. Ooh, is this light heavyweight or heavyweight?
This should be light heavyweight.
Light heavyweight division because Felipe is actually a heavyweight. Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe one's coming down, one's moving up.
Actually, yeah, maybe Cutelaba is going up if he's a heavyweight and coming down. But these past two fights in the early prelims is why I was saying this is kind of how I figured out this is why 299 is better. You have Michelle Pereira on the early prelims, and he's a main eventer, bro. Well, he is. Well, he's an entertainer.
But he's
a co-main eventer or a main eventer.
Here's the reason. He's been bumped down due to punishment. This is me. I have not read this anywhere. Okay. Because remember how he's missed weight. He's missed weight a couple times.
That's true. That's true. He's always missed weight by like 3 pounds or something.
This could be a little punishment from the UFC. I just thought of this right now because remember we talked about it earlier.
We did.
So I just thought about this right now. He does have a trouble missing weight.
He does.
So maybe this is the UFC saying, "Yo, dude, you can't get your shit together. We're bumping you down."
And this is the welterweight division, or is this light heavy?
Ooh, that's a good question because he usually fights at middleweight. Michelle.
See, he's not a 170.
So he's probably going up.
Oh, sorry, he's not a 185. I think he's a 205. I think that's why it's that hard for him to get down to 185. It's probably 205.
So going light heavyweight.
Hope so. I want him to make weight. I want him to be fresh and good and ready to get in there. If this is
light heavyweight, he has no fucking excuses not to make weight.
That's true.
Coming in at 205, baby.
That's true.
Now, my thing is, bro, you fighting a whole nother class of athlete going up there. Yes, you may be able to carry a little bit more weight, but so do those guys too. And remember, they dropping down. So you with heavyweight guys that are moving down. Good luck.
You got Pereira and Jamal Hill in that. Yeah. Moving down to 205.
Cameron with no piece of that. I'm cutting weight. I'm cutting weight to avoid that problem.
Yeah.
So are we pulling for hat out of these guys? Or are we going to do prelims?
We're doing early. We have prelims too.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
So in the prelims, that's the early prelims. So in the prelims, you have, starting us off, we have Kyler Phillips against Pedro Munoz in the men's bantamweight division.
That's starting off the prelims.
After that, this is going to be Cam's pick for the prelims. I'm going to combine the prelims. So I'm not just going to say early. The early and the prelims, I'm just going to make it on one. This fight here is going to be Cam's pick for the prelim fight of the night. It's going to be Mateus Gamrot against Rafael Dos Anjos what weight is this at? Because Gamrot is lightweight. Dos Anjos is at welterweight.
It should be lightweight. It should be lightweight because Gamrot, his last fight was Fiziev that we were at the UFC Apex, and that was his last fight, and that was at lightweight at 155.
Okay. After that, in the women's in the women's flyweight division, it's going to be your co-main event on the prelims. We have my girl, my baby, my sweetheart, Macy Barber,
the future,
against Caitlin. It's Chikugian. It was Chikugian. It now has changed to Serimanata.
Let's go the future.
And the main event on 299 on your prelims. We have the big boys, Curtis Blades against Jonathan Almeida. And this one could go both ways. I really don't know who's going to win that main event. I don't.
You got two grapplers.
I don't know. Yeah? I don't.
Is Curtis Blades going to be able to stuff his takedowns?
Yeah, but Curtis Blades going to take his takedowns? He's got hands too.
He does.
And I don't know. Jonathan's got hands too.
He does.
That one's that's a 50-50
It is. It is.
But if you had to pick, who are you picking?
You had to put me on the spot first, didn't you? I'm probably going Curtis Razor Blades. Probably. Yeah. Probably just because top to bottom, exactly you just said, he has hands and he's got the grappling because he got the wrestling. But if Jonathan Almeida gets on him and uses his jiu-jitsu, You never know. You never know.
I don't
But
know.
I'm going to go with Blades a little bit. Who you going with?
I'll go Almeida.
Oh, pfft. Next time
Making it
you are choosing
spicy.
first. Next time you are choosing first.
So set him up. Set him up.
It is what it is.
All right. So now we picking.
Yes, we are. We are. We got the hat. We got the hat. This is my pick. This is my pick, by the way. And I get to do the fans' pick also. So who we got? Who we got? Who we got? Oh, I got Moraz. Who's Moraz? Who's he fighting?
You got Moraz. Why do I not feel like I didn't say that name? Oh,
Yeah.
you have Marina Moroz.
Oh, I
She's
got the,
opening
the
up
card.
the card.
Damn, I would want wood on that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wood is
Okay. Wood's good.
yeah,
Wood's
I
good.
like wood.
All right, your pick.
I like wood. You guys, I know a lot of people here are probably hoping Cameron picks this person.
I want you to pick Jilton Almeida.
Guess
That's what I
what?
want. Actually, I want you to pick future. The
This-
future. Macy Barber.
Oh, fuck me.
Who'd you get?
Kutalala!
Hey, that's a good one. That's a good one. You got Eon. Yes. Guess what the fans got? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Jalton.
No.
Macy?
Yeah. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, the fans of the MMA game, you got Macy, the future barber. I'm a little jealous on this one. I'm a little jealous about that one.
I'm only going to say is, guys, if you have Allstate, you're in good hands.
Jake.
Killing it. All right, so
Alrighty, brother.
now it is time to dive into that UFC 299 main card. Now, kicking us off in the men's bantamweight division, we have Petr Yan against, oh yeah, he is back.
Yeah.
Song Yadong. Cariss, take it away with those stats.
In the bantamweight division of 135 pounds from China, the UFC's number 7th ranked bantamweight in the world, Song, the Kung Fu Kid Yadong. He is the underdog in this fight at plus 114. Oh, surprise on that one, bro. He's 26 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is a boxer. Song has a professional record of 21 victories, 7 defeats, and 1 draw. He has 9 wins by KO and 3 wins by submission, and he's got 7 first-round finishes. Song has 13 UFC fights, 10 victories with 2 defeats and 1 draw. Currently coming off of a winner decision over Chris Gutierrez back in December of 2023. Some fun facts about Song Yadong is his hero in life is Bruce Lee. All right. He's got a jiu-jitsu black belt, and his previous job was he was a street vendor and a security guard.
Okay.
Not surprised. We always get the security guards around here on that one. From Russia, the UFC's number 4 ranked bantamweight in the world, Petr No Mercy Yan is the favorite in this fight at negative 135.
Okay.
He is 31 years old, stands at 5'7", and his fighting style is a boxer. Yan has a professional record of 16 victories with 5 defeats. He's got 7 wins by KO and 1 win by submission, and he has 3 first-round finishes. Yan has 12 UFC fights, 8 victories with 4 defeats. He is coming off of a 3-fight losing streak. He's got a 3-fight skid right now. His last loss was a decision loss to Marab back in March of 2023. Some fun facts about Petr Yan. He's got a jiu-jitsu blue belt. He's got a master of sports and boxing, and his previous job was in security. I bet you could have guessed that one. And I am going to go with... I said, let's let you go first. Go ahead, bro.
Song Yadong.
Song Yadong. Yak Song Yadong, the Kung Fu Kid.
I see you try to copy me.
No, I was already going to do this. Song Yadong. He is my one of my dark horses for the year. What are you laughing at? I know what you're laughing at. Let's go on. Woo!
Next, we have in the men's welterweight division, we have Gilbert Burns against Jack Della Madalena.
Wow. From in the welterweight division of 170 pounds from Brazil, the UFC's number 4 ranked welterweight in the world, Gilbert Durihno Burns. He is the underdog of this fight at plus 100. He's 37 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is jiu-jitsu. Durihno has a professional record of 22 victories with 6 defeats. He has 9 KOs, 9 submissions with 11 first-round finishes. Durihno has 21 UFC fights. He's got 15 victories with 6 defeats, coming off of a loss decision to Bilal Remember the name Muhammad back in May of 2023.
Damn, we haven't seen him for a while.
Right.
Huh?
We got some honorable mentions, though, for Gilbert, Durihno, Burns. His first one is Tyrone Woodley. Kamaru Usman, Wonderboy Stephen Thompson, Khamzat Chimaev, Neil Magny, and Jorge Gamebred Masvidal. It's got a good little list of people that he's fought there, bro.
Yeah.
Some fun facts about Durihno is Durihno means little tough one in Portuguese. He started jiu-jitsu at age 12. He is a 4-time world jiu-jitsu champion. He has a jiu-jitsu black belt 3rd degree. And his previous job was he worked at a car wash. He was a tire repairman, and he worked at an office running errands. From Australia, the UFC's number 11 ranked welterweight in the world, Jack Della Madalena JDM is the favorite in this fight at -120. He is 27 years old, stands at 5'11", and his fighting style is MMA. JDM's professional record is 16 victories with 2 defeats. He's got 11 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, and 8 first-round finishes. JDM has 6 UFC fights with 6 UFC victories. He is undefeated. He's coming off of a third split decision to Kevin Holland back in September of 2023. Some fun facts about JDM. Yeah, I know your face. He's coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 5, where he's a winner back in September of 2021. And he was a jiu-jitsu brown belt.
Oh, I'm going first? Ooh, put me on the spot.
Yes, I did.
That's good, though, because I like being on the spot, because I'm going with the one, the only, Gilbert, Durihno, Burns. That's who I'm rolling with.
Who am I pointing at? Who am I pointing at?
The only thing I'm worried about, though, is the age.
Dude, why are you reading my mind right now? Like, seriously, I literally, that was going to be what I said.
Yeah.
I'm worried that
it's a 10-year gap,
is
isn't it?
37 years old.
Yeah, and it's 10-year gap.
He's 27.
Yeah, bro. I'm worried about that.
35 and up, guys. You're on the downhill. Unfortunately, you are on the downhill.
That scares me a bit. But the only thing that keeps replaying in my mind is who's the only person to me to show that Khamzat has weaknesses.
That's why I'm Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert Burns.
That's exactly why I'm Gilbert Burns.
Down,
no,
and he went all in.
He dropped him twice.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going Gilbert.
I'm going Gilbert.
I'm not changing.
I'm going Gilbert. Now, here's the thing, though. Gilbert needs to take this fight to the ground. He can't sit there and stand on his feet. JDM's too good of a boxer.
Yeah.
And he can catch him with one of those 1-2s.
It's almost, well, I mean, I think Gilbert could probably give him a good solid one to rock his socks a little bit.
For sure. But then immediate takedown.
For those that remember when Gilbert fought Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, ground game specialist. So I think we're going to see the same thing.
That's why I say
don't think that you're going to get a knockout on this one, but it could happen. It could fucking happen.
It could.
All of these fights on this,
he could even do TKO, ground and pound on the ground when he's on top of him doing his ground game.
True.
You never know.
True.
I want him to go for a submission though and take out JDM because I think that's how his best chance of winning this fight.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep. All right. And next, this one is going to be fireworks. We have Kevin Holland against Michael Venom Page. Oh, fuck.
Yes. Yeah.
The debut.
Yeah. And I'm going to start on Michael Venom Page from England, the UFC's brightest addition to the welterweight division. MVP, Michael Venom Page. We don't know who the favorite in this fight. There is no statistics on who is the favorite or who is the underdog. He is 36 years old. He stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is MMA. This is MVP's UFC debut. So therefore, he has no other stats on his record other than that. His professional record with 21 victories and 2 defeats. Right? Now, from USA, the UFC's number 13th ranked welterweight in the world, Kevin Trailblazer, Big Mouth Holland. Hopefully he's the favorite in this fight. He is 31 years old. He stands at 6'3", and his fighting style is Kung Fu. Kevin's professional record is currently 25 victories with 10 defeats. He has 14 KOs, 7 submissions, and 12 first-round finishes. Kevin has 20 UFC fights, 12 victories with 7 defeats, and 1 no contest. He's currently coming off of a loss to JDM, Jack Della Madalena, back in September of 2023. Got a couple of honorable mentions for Kevin Holland over here. His first UFC fight, I love saying this one, was Thiago Santos. And it was a split decision that he lost, unfortunately. He fought GM3. He's fought Brendan Allen. He fought Fluffy Anthony Hernandez. So we literally just talked about the other week being like, hey,
it's crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was earlier within his career, but I was like, oh, dude, that's a good one. He fought Joaquin Buckley, where he told him he got a booger on his nose and then did a 1-2 and knocked him out. Yeah. He fought Rolando Sosa, to where he knocked him out on his back.
Yeah, that was
threw
nasty.
that punch and took him out on his back. Derek Brunson, Marvin Vittori, Hamzat Chimaev, Wonderboy Steven Thompson, Santiago Ponzinibbio, and Chiesa. Michael
fights,
Chiesa.
bro.
Dude. Wow.
My guy fights, bro.
Some fun facts is the Big Mouth came off Dana White Contender Series Season 2 winner back in June of 2018. His heroes in life are Batman and Dana White. And his previous job was he was an electrical apprentice. I'm going with my heart on this one. I am going with my heart, but at the same time, I'm not going with my heart because I think Kevin Holland has the opportunity to be able to win this fight. Yeah, bro. And I'm looking at age a little bit on MVP, but at the same time, this is MVP's first fight in the UFC, so he might just be able to level up and take him out. But I'm still going to go with the Kevin Holland.
You already know I'm going Kevin Holland.
See?
And I'm going to tell everybody
Thank
this.
you.
Expect some ground behavior.
Yes.
Expect Kevin Holland to show you his jiu-jitsu in this because for those of you that don't know MVP, he coming from Bellator, outstanding fucking stand-up.
Oh,
And when
insane.
I'm telling you, like, outstanding stand-up.
If anybody knows this.
If you are a fan of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, very similar.
Very similar.
Very similar. That herky-jerky, controlling the distance, hands down kind of shit.
But flashy.
That's what Michael Venom Page does, but he's able to strike just like his name says, Venom. He's able to strike with some fucking venom.
With certain angles he gets. I think
it's gonna provide some really cool moments.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some like insane shit being tried in this fight, and if it lands, it lands. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think my boy Kevin Holland gets it done.
I think so.
By Darce choke.
Ooh, you went specific on that one. So the only reason why it would be bad for MVP to lose is because he comes over and then he gets one fight and then he gets pushed down on the list of things.
But who's that bad for? Is that bad for himself or is that bad for the UFC?
That's bad for the UFC.
I don't think so.
No? Why not?
I don't think so.
It depends on how he
Because
shows.
You've taken an outside company's best and you're saying, hey, this is their best guy. We're bringing him in.
True.
And he can't even beat our best.
Okay.
He can't even stick with our upcoming.
So now that you said that, it's bad for him.
Yeah.
Because now he's not going to be able to then advance through it.
Also think how they promoted MVP coming into the UFC. Now, we didn't get a big trailer. We didn't get a big video.
No.
It was Dana White coming through on one of his, I think, post-fight or whatever, and just announcing it, right? So right then and there, they're shooting down Bellator. They're not, right? They're shooting, we have a Bellator fighter, Michael Evan Page. Yeah, they're not even giving him that spotlight.
Okay.
Now, but for the fans that know he's in the spotlight, he's a very good fighter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very good fighter.
Entertaining, fun to watch.
But they need, he needs to win. He needs to win in order to stay relevant, in order to give credit to the outside MMA companies that are not under the UFC umbrella. He needs to come out and make a statement.
Do you know what he needs to do? He needs to knock out Kevin Holland.
Yeah, he's got to make a statement.
It's one of those. It's not just let me win by points and just do this and do that. He's got to make a show out of this.
And
one.
the thing, I just can't see my boy Kevin Holland just knocked out. I can't see it.
No,
it's hard.
He's got a good chin.
Now it could happen, but it's very hard for me to see him.
He rolls
well
out too. He uses those shoulders.
My boy's
when
a
he
fighter.
rolls
He's
well.
a scrapper.
Kung fu.
And I mean, look what he did to Chiesa. Look how easy that was.
That's true.
What choke was that?
That's true. The Darce choke. And that's Chiesa's third time on that one too. But yes, he can do it.
Come on.
He can do it.
I'm telling you, he's gonna catch him. But it's gonna take a while. I think it's not gonna happen in the first round. It's gonna be something late.
Okay.
If there's a finish in this fight, it's gonna be late.
Okay.
Either guy. If there's a finish, it's gonna happen late. I can't see it happening early.
Okay.
Can't.
I want to see a great fight. That's all that we care about on this one. I want to see a great fight. I know you're preparing for the next one.
The next one, guys, is huge.
Oh.
Maintenant, je vais parler en français pour mes amis en France parce qu'on a notre gladiateur, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Dustin Poirier.
Monday? You know what I'm saying back to you, right? In Spanish. What?
All right. So in the co-main event, I did that for all the French folks. Allez les bleus. We have Dustin Poirier against Benoit Saint-Denis in the men's lightweight division.
And I'm going to do Benoit Saint-Denis just for you, just because you're so excited
Well,
about
I know,
this
and
one.
you got the French colors on.
Yeah.
Hey, let me put this in front of my boy over here. Hey.
From France, the UFC's number 12 ranked lightweight in the world, Benoit, God of War, Saint-Denis is the favorite in this fight at -170. Yeah, exactly. Your face says it all. Enough. He is 28 years old. He stands at 5'11", and his fighting style is MMA. The God of War's professional record is 13 victories with 1 defeat. God of War has 6 UFC fights. 5 victories, 1 defeat. Currently coming off of a winner KO round number 1 over Matt Steamroller Favola back in November of 2023. Some fun facts of God of War was he was a French special forces for 5 years. He has a jiu-jitsu purple belt, and he was the French national Brazilian jiu-jitsu champion. And your favorite person in the world. From USA, the UFC's number 3 ranked flyweight in the world, Dustin, the Diamond Poirier, is the underdog in this fight at +142.
Sorry, I was sleeping there. Fell asleep.
He is 35 years old, stands at 5'9", and his fighting style is jiu-jitsu. Dustin's professional record is 29 victories with 8 defeats. He has 15 KOs with 6 submissions, along with 13 first-round finishes. Dustin has 29 UFC fights, meaning this is going to be his 30th UFC fight. He has 21 victories with 7 defeats, with 1 no contest. Dustin is currently coming off of a KO loss, round number 2, to Justin Gaethje head kick, followed by hammer fist on the ground to win the BMF belt back in July of 2023. Some honorable mentions. Let's start off with my brother, Max Blessed Holloway. Got the Korean Zombie, Cub Swanson, Diego Brandao. Yeah, let's throw a name way back.
Yeah, it's old school, man.
You ready? You ready to smile finally? The notorious Conor McGregor, back in September of 2014, bounced the Diamond's head off of that canvas exactly like he said he was going to do.
100%.
You're welcome. Bobby Green, Michael Johnson, which just fought the other week, and we said Michael Johnson hasn't lost a step.
No.
Jim Miller. Gotta love Jim Miller, bro. Eddie Alvarez, Showtime, Anthony Pettis.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that fought.
Justin Gaethje, your other favorite person in the world in the UFC, Habib Nurmagomedov. And one of our favorites, Dan Hooker. Yep.
Love me some Dan Hooker.
And we have Charles the Bronx Oliveira. And you have Michael Chandler. Some fun facts about the Diamond is he fought in the WEC. He's got a jiu-jitsu black belt. His hero in life is baby Jesus and grown-up Jesus. And another fun fact, I like this one. This one is actually kind of cool. He started his UFC career on January 1st, 2011. 1-1-1-1.
Oh, that's cool.
I thought that was kind of cool. That was cool, right? It's just one of those dates. I guarantee people got married on that date. Yeah. Kind of like 2-2-22 or 2-22-22, those type of things. Yeah, go ahead, say it, bro. Go ahead, because I'm going with who you're going with. I'm not going for the other one.
I was thinking about this when you said Dustin Poirier's last fight, which he lost. It was him against Gaethje, right? Gaethje, yeah. So I was thinking, like, isn't that crazy that if Gaethje would have lost that, we would have been getting Gaethje
against Benoit? The one we actually asked for. We actually said that. We talked about that one. We said that would be a good matchup.
But now I got to think about this fight and how this fight's gonna go. Fuck.
Oh, you want to break it down to how it's going to actually happen, or are you just going to say who's going to win?
I'm not going to break it down too much because I think everybody knows where I'm going to go. It's going to be Benoit Saint-Denis all day, every day. We represent France all day.
But this is red, white, blue, USA. Sorry.
Just like Cariss' hat, just like the French colors, they are here to steal the show. And I think Benoit Saint-Denis is going to steal the show from the main event. I think he's going to steal the show from everybody else on this main card because I think a lot of people are starting to put notice what this guy is and what this guy can do. And he's about to show y'all come Saturday night. Best believe it. Benoit, hey, bonsoir, allez, tu vas gagner, je suis avec vous, mon ami.
Bueno.
This guy busting out the Spanish
We're in Southern California. If Dustin Poirier is going to win this fight, he's going to take it to the ground. He's not going to win this on the feet. I don't think he's got the stank anymore to be able to do that. He's most likely got to take this to the ground.
My thing, jiu-jitsu
black belt versus purple.
That's fine. I think that's fine. But remember, there's waters that this man has gone through that none of these UFC fighters have gone through before. And I've said this before with this guy.
Special.
He has seen some crazy fucking shit. He's not just fought. And I'm going to going off a little tangent here because there's a video done about Sean Strickland, about how Sean Strickland was talking about military people. And
saw that. Mm-hmm.
This one military guy made a great. He said it was 100% accurate.
Yeah, I like.
You guys are fighters. You have not physically taken a life from somebody else.
You haven't taken somebody's soul.
We have.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward to this moment. This is a guy that has physically has done that. He's gone that route. He knows what it is to take somebody's fucking life.
Mm-hmm.
He knows what it is to be in the trenches and maybe even lose his life. Ooh. He's been there.
Ooh.
So he's seen that darkness. You're telling me Dustin Poirier's got to put on a fucking show? Come on, dude.
After coming off a loss,
come on, dude.
Come
on, dude.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
There's only one. This is going to be a very good fight. I don't want it to go to submission. I don't want it to go with a knockout. I want it to go all the way.
You want to just beat his ass for 3 rounds. For 3 rounds, you just want him to beat his ass. Okay.
War.
Elbows, ground and pound, dirty,
everything.
Knees.
So I want him to fucking beat the shit out of Dustin.
I just want blood coming down his face and cuts everywhere.
Conor shows up in Miami, suited, booted, and just does this. That's all I want to see. That's it.
Do you think he's showing up?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so too, actually.
I think so.
I think he's showing up 299 and he's showing up at 300.
I think you're about to see my boy roll up in the yacht.
Ooh.
I just feel
the Lamborghini
it's
yacht?
just perfect. I see him come in, shirt unbuttoned, yacht rolling in, and you're going to see Conor just
in
walking
Miami.
in.
Yeah.
What's up?
Makes sense.
Jorge Masvidal, who? I run the city. The dawn of Ireland is here.
You see that boat right there? You see that yacht? Yeah, I'm in charge when I come here.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
And now.
It's here.
In the main event of UFC 299, we have the challenger, Chito Marlon Vera, against the champ, Sean O'Malley, the Sugar Show.
Hey.
Cariss, for the last time, take it away.
Today from Ecuador, the UFC's number 5 ranked bantamweight in the world, Marlon Chito Vera, is the underdog of this fight at plus 180. He's 31 years old, stands at 5'8", and his fighting style is a grappler. Got a question for you on the end of that one. Chito has a professional record of 21 victories with 8 defeats and 1 draw. He has 8 wins by KO. He's got 8 wins by submission with 7 first-round finishes. Chito has 22 UFC fights, 15 victories with 7 defeats. Chito is currently coming off of a winner decision over Pedro Munoz back in August of 2023. Got a couple honorable mentions for Chito. He fought Davy Grant. He's fought Song Yadong, which he actually lost to Song Yadong. Fought Jose Aldo, lost to Jose Aldo. Frankie Edgar, Rob 50K Font, Dominic Cruz, Corey Sandhagen, which he lost, unfortunately. Some fun facts about Chito is he's coming off of tough Latin America, which he won his quarterfinal fight, but he had a skin infection, and so therefore he got sent home, or he got kicked out of the tournament. I don't know if he got sent home, but he got kicked out.
Okay.
He has a jiu-jitsu black belt, and his heroes in life are his dad, and I like this one, GSP.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. From USA. The UFC's bantamweight champion of the world, Suga Sean O'Malley, is the favorite in this fight at -218. He is 29 years old, stands at 5'11", and his fighting style is a striker. Sugar's professional record is 17 victories with 1 defeat and 1 no contest. Sugar has 12 KOs and 9 first-round finishes. He has 11 UFC fights, 9 victories with 1 defeat and 1 no contest. Couple fun facts is he coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 1 winner, KO round number 1 back in July of 2017. He also wants to be the biggest star in the UFC. He wants to be the biggest star, bigger than Conor McGregor. He loves the color pink. He contested his loss and wanted it to be a no contest, just so everyone knows. He is 4-0 in kickboxing. He is 2-0 in boxing. And he has a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt. His previous job was he worked with the mentally disabled in a group home.
Oh, wow. I would have never expected
Give
that.
you credit for that. For sure, give you credit for that. Cariss is going with Marlon Chito Vera. I said this earlier in the year. I said this last year too. When they fight each other, it's going to be Marlon Chito Vera. And I know who you're going with. So have the stage, bro. It's all you. What do you got? Write it down.
Just to refresh everybody's picks.
Just to refresh everyone's mind, Chito beat. That's his one defeat.
This weight class.
Mm-hmm.
Let me find it. Now, I put as my dark horse. Like, my main guy was Umar.
Mm-hmm.
My dark horse was Davison Figueiredo.
Mm-hmm.
And next time I put Sean O'Malley.
Yes, you did.
Now, there's a few things I've heard leading up to this fight. And I don't know if you heard Aljamain Sterling talk about it.
I did.
What are your thoughts about him talking about Cheeto's camp? Does that leave you a little worried?
Yes, it does. But how does he know? How does he know? Because I started to watch the first episode of UFC Embedded, and he didn't say anything about having a bad camp. He actually was having a good time at home. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know what's going to happen.
You're not going to say anything on Embedded. You're trying to sell the fight.
That's true. That's true.
Right? Because that's leading up. So you're not going to say anything.
No.
Now, the reason why I kind of want to take Aljo's word a little bit is who just fought Sean?
Aljo.
Who are you going to get information from if you're going to fight somebody?
The guy who just fought the guy, pretty much. But they're in different camps. That's my only concern.
Phone call? Text? Hey,
DM?
Can you come out here real quick? I'm trying to work. I got Sean. Is it okay if you want to come out?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on out.
Okay.
Hey, I heard you're in LA. Why don't you come through?
Come on over. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I just landed in Vegas. Can I stop by the gym and get a workout so we could go over the Sean O'Malley fight?
Okay.
There's things there, and hearing that it didn't sit well with me.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't think
Cheeto's side of it, right?
Yeah, I don't think Aljo will come out and lie. Like
no.
And all the shit he said about Sean, like to say something that's going to go Sean's way, I don't know. And I really haven't been seeing that much of Chito. Like usually I follow him on Instagram. I'll see like, some workout things. And
right.
I really have now either he's dialed the fuck in and he's just limiting his access to all those social media things, which is fine. Or is there a reason why we're not seeing anything?
So as you're saying that, I'm thinking of, remember how we talked about he did like 13 miles and he just sits there and just runs all the time and he's constantly doing stuff and he's going into his cold plunge. He's going in and doing all of his stuff in order to be able to get prepared. You're right. I haven't seen really any of that. So in the past couple weeks.
I'm just trying to look at shit that they usually do and shit they don't usually do, right? Okay. And it's something that he usually does.
He usually shows that he's inspiring and he's doing stuff, yeah.
Now, either he's just so locked in because he wants to beat the fuck out of Sean because this is his one and only fucking chance.
Yeah.
I get it. That side, like if he came out after and said that, oh, okay, that makes sense. But when the spotlight is on and the celebrities are out,
they're going to be
Sean O'Malley doesn't fucking disappoint. That's one thing he's shown time and time again. When the spotlight's on him, he knows how to sell the fucking show. He knows how to play the part. And look how we just beat Aljo.
And how he walked around the cage after he just knocked him out and didn't even like celebrate, just walked like he knew this was going to happen. Yeah.
So for me, it's an easy pick. I'm going Sean O'Malley.
He's got a 30% level up on that one too. I'm still going Cheeto because we've been talking about this.
I'm going Sean.
I'm not surprised.
And it's I want to see how Cheeto goes. I think he is going to attack those legs first.
I think so.
And it's first and early. So I want to see how Sean asserts himself there. If he doesn't check the first couple leg kicks, I'm worried.
Are you worried if he shoots? If Sean shoots? Sean shoots. Does that mean he's abandoning his hand game and is just like, I'm in trouble. I need to get to the ground?
If he shoots before Cheeto, 100%.
Nay.
If he shoots before Cheeto, then I'll be like, ooh, unless he's been working so diligently on his ground game that he feels comfortable going to the ground with Cheeto. Now, them and only them could answer this because they fought each other the first time. So there's probably a little feel there. I went back and watched it. Really not too much going off of. Obviously, like, I think Sean was starting to get going, and then the ankle kind of either gave way or got hurt or injured.
Talking about
kicks.
when his Cheeto in his fight?
Yeah.
That's when he hit that nerve in the calf, and therefore his leg just shut off. So therefore he couldn't step or do anything.
I just can't see
Cheeto winning this.
I can't. I honestly can't. Because I thought if there's one guy to do it, it'd be Aljo. Take it to the ground, get it done. Now I'm looking at how Sean handled that. Very tight, come in, whop, whop, out. And there's my moment. Bing, knockout. I think the same thing could happen to Cheeto.
I see it potentially to where Chito needs to, probably most people probably say the same thing. For the first 2 rounds, he needs to play very, very smart. And he can't warm up in those first 2 rounds, because if he tries to warm up, I'm talking Chito here, that's going to give Sean his chance to get ahead of the fight.
He always starts off slow.
He always starts off slow. But then once he hits that round 3 and round 4 and round 5, once he's got that timing down, once he's got that distance, once he's kind of realized like, oh, this is Sean's new little style of trying to come at me, that's when I think he's going to take over. I don't see a knockout in this unless it's from Sean potentially to where he catches him. But Chito's got a good chin. When have you seen him put down?
Well, here's the thing. No, nobody really pushes Chito early on in the fight, though.
That's why I say I'm worried about round 1 and round 2.
Now, imagine if Sean, obviously he's seen that, he knows that, and he just pushes the pace. That's from the very get-go.
Which might be
right
smart.
In his face. Pop, just going.
Don't allow Chito to get on his game and be able to kick those legs and get a chance to where he can get a submission or take him down or do something.
Yeah, bro.
All right? See, now look at his face now. See his face now?
Times.
Yeah, I just got that that question mark in your head now too. It's going to be I'm just saying it's going to be a good fight.
It's scary times.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
It is scary times, but there's only one person who should be scared.
Me?
Chito. Sean ain't losing that strap. Not in Miami, and I think he's going to have a really good call out.
I hope so.
I think he's going to have a really
Who's
good
he calling
call out. Ooh, Ilia Topuria.
Really? So is he going to go up to 145, or is he going to say, "Hey,
Sean,
come down to my"?
Sean for me is just a big money guy. Like he's a money fighter. He's that's how he got his celebrity status. His Instagram following's pretty huge. So I think I think he's going to throw it out there and just see what happens. Ilia Topuria, you're next. Throw it out there.
Who else? If it's not Ilia, who's the other one? Who's in the 135 class who could actually call out?
All right, let's see.
Right, because that makes sense, because they're trying to put Ilia into Spain. Right, they're trying to work that out to who he is next.
I'll be seeing him in Spain.
And yes, you will. And we're actually going to talk about it at UFC 300, because they're trying to say that Max Holloway should not fight Justin Gaethje, and he should fight Ilia Topuria.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Right?
Okay,
I think so.
I mean, the only obvious person is Merab.
There you go.
That's the only obvious person.
Here's the other one I had thought of: Corey Sandhagen. Those are the two that I would say should be thrown within the mix, right? Because then Song Yadong's farther down that little thing, and then so is God of War. So you never know.
Yeah. Corey wouldn't be bad.
Right? Either Corey or Rob.
Here's the thing: if it's a Corey, fuck, dude, Corey against Suga.
You
already know who I'm going for.
Going for Corey.
You already know.
You're going for Corey.
And I stood next to that man.
I'm going for Corey too.
I stood next to that man.
So, yes.
Yeah.
See, Corey's next. I think that'd be a good one. I think he would rather fight Corey than Merab, because he knows Merab's going to take him down and he's going to have a problem with Merab.
The one that's waiting. And actually, now seeing this actually wouldn't be a bad fight. Henry Cejudo against Deiveson Figueiredo.
Ooh.
In the spear.
Ooh, well, he called out Moreno in the spear.
Right.
But yeah.
Nah, fuck that. You ain't getting Moreno.
You're not getting Moreno.
Deiveson Figueiredo against Henry.
Ooh, at the spear.
At the spear.
He and Henry wants to go the spear, just not Moreno. Do it with God of War.
And that's co-main. That's co-main. Because then you can keep Moreno on and give him somebody big time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
But I still...
Well, Alexa Grasso is going to be the main event of that one.
I still wouldn't mind seeing Deiveson Figueiredo against Sean O'Malley. Just saying. Just because that one, boy.
So who does Deiveson need to fight in order to be able to get to the title shot?
Well, ahead of Deiveson, you have Song Yadong, Henry Cejudo, Marlon Vera, Petr Yan, Corey Sandhagen, Aljamain Sterling, and Merab Davishvili. But I think Aljo's
going up to 145.
So yeah, you could take Aljo out. So yeah, that's who is ahead of him.
Corey, come on, Corey.
It's going to be good, guys. It's going to be fucking good. So make sure you guys get that pay-per-view. If not, you could stream it. However you do, don't tell me. I don't want to get in trouble. Anything you want to add to $2.99?
Thank you for paying attention today, guys. Please leave us a comment. Give us a question. We want to answer some stuff. So please, thank you for watching the show. We enjoy doing this. We'll be back next week.
See you guys next week. MMA game is out.
See you in Miami.
Oh, yeah.